How's it going, everyone? Today is May 29th, 2019. It is day 149 of this 365-day video journal extravaganza. And yes, I'm wearing my same shirt as I did the last 2 days. Like, again, I don't sweat very much. And I don't know. What are you going to do? You want to smell me? So today I want to talk about something I don't really like to talk about out loud, and that's money. Um, I guess like uh, feeling. Um, I just like money. Okay, I don't want to call it issues. I don't want to put like a stamp on some on the on the word money because I believe that once you say something, um, it could affect and trickle the energies out into the universe. So I'm just going to preface this that everything that I'm saying is about right now. Everything that I'm saying and that we'll say about how I'm feeling about money is just something that I sort of have to vent and then release. But it doesn't reflect what I believe in money, how I think about money, and how I perceive money. I guess they all mean the same thing, basically. So, so um, listen. First thing is, um, man, this is embarrassing to me. I'll be honest with you. This is so embarrassing to me. But I don't even know how I'm going to be supporting my. I don't know where the money's coming from, and uh, and where is it coming from? I'm not sure how I'm going to pay rent this coming month and the following months. And am I stressed out? I'd say I'm slightly stressed out, but more so I'm not too stressed out. Um, but here's how I'm feeling, and I hope I can express this in a way where it makes sense to people who might be going through the same thing. And right now, I at this point in time, and I actually today, when let me the reason why I'm having a really tough time talking about this because I don't really talk about this, and that's probably maybe my problem is that I'm holding this block, right? But you know, I'm doing my best to really just like process and release this. So I hold it. I hold this thought of, you know, pressure. I have this pressure when I feel, uh, when I feel like I can't. Uh, when there's like a money something that happens, and I feel this pressure, and I know where that comes from, and I know where that all this pressure comes from. It's just talking about it and expressing it is a challenging thing for me, and maybe that's it. Maybe I just got to talk about it and just kind of release it and be able to uh, articulate it in a way um, where it's just really just expressing myself. Um, I, uh, I, I definitely have a feeling of pressure when when I'm in the situation, and and there's an embarrassment uh, that I feel. Also, um, I uh, I don't want to ask any for. I don't want to depend on anybody for um, for my needs, and I'm really really doing my best, man, to keep my hopes up and see what the universe is gonna bring me. And there's this chant that I learned from the laws of prosperity by, I forget her name, but I've been listening to it a lot, especially the last couple months. The last few weeks I haven't because I've been going busy, been really really busy, and but I've been really just expressing myself, and there's this you know you know affirmation that I've been really just like going and just talking about. And again, I apologize. It's just right now it just sounds, it's hard for me to talk about this. And so so I guess the reason why it's so hard for me to talk about is because the fear of maybe facing it, that fear of um, yeah, the fear of facing it, fear of talking about it, fear of facing it. And I think part of it, I don't really talk to this. I do my best not to talk to my wife about this, and I think it's because I don't want to burden her with all this maybe pressure that I have, and well, that I've been holding on to, and it's not easy. It's just not easy, and maybe, I mean, who knows what, who knows, excuse me, but who knows? I'm look, here's the thing. I'm not afraid of working hard. I'm not afraid of working. And I think there's part of me that might have felt like a slight like ego entitlement of not working, like and loving my free time and financial freedom, right? Um, and now now I've been, now I've got to roll up my sleeves and get back to work again. But one thing I found out today that as a kid, I watched my dad in his little sort of like engineering laboratory, and it was just like private stuff. He was just doing stuff for himself, and I think that's something that has been tied into my train of thought, where I can make a lot of money and just do things on myself. I don't have to show it to anybody. But I had a realization that what's the point of that? Why am I just creating stuff just to create? This is supposed to be, it's a gift for the world, right? And that's something that I'm wrapping my head around. Like music, for instance, I'll write music at home. I'll do it myself and produce albums or whatever. And it's I don't, sometimes I don't care to show it. It's like not driven inside of me to want to show it to other people. um, and that definitely, I don't know if that has anything to do with like fear of judgment. I think it's just, maybe it's a fear of judgment. I mean, that could be, it could be many possibilities. I don't even know why my dad just decided never to want to show his work. I mean, he did some really great work as an engineer, electronics engineer, and I've always wondered why he never put it out there. It could have been maybe fear that it might not work out, or I see him struggling, and I want him to win. I see him, I want to see him win, and but he he's going through business things, and I can see part of myself. There's like a certain thing that I see with myself in him, or him in within me, and it's like a, almost like a repetitive thing in family karma or whatever you want to call it, right? And I want to change that. I really want to change that. So I'm actually proclaiming, this is something that I'm proclaiming to the world, is that I wanted to I'm committed to changing my family money karma. um, which I've done several times, as a matter of fact. I think it's just, I think just currently, um, I think just currently, you know, maybe the last, I don't know, maybe like 7 years, I've gotten really lazy. I'll be honest with you, I've gotten really lazy, and you know, uh, I made some really good money, and I was able to do a lot of really good things with it. And but I let that run out. Like, I didn't continue it, right? Because that was part of the ego, and like, oh yeah, it'll just continue going. But that's really such a such a destructive thought in a way. That's the thought that you know um, that doesn't really help um, me as a person that wants to progress. What I should have done, and I don't want to go into the whole I should have or I could have, but a learning lesson in this is that to continue moving forward, continue striving forward, and not to stop, because once you stop, you get stagnant, and once you get stagnant, it becomes an impasse, and once you hit that impasse, it gets challenging to start up the engine again, and get that momentum building, right? um, One thing I can see this year so far is that you know in during auditions and stuff, like in acting, I am building momentum. I just booked my second thing this year. um, I'm going out on a shitload of auditions, which is great, and putting a lot of work into those auditions, which is great. So the momentum is there, and it's building, and it's continuously building. So that I can say. Now, with finances and money wise, you know, really just continue making those causes, making those efforts, putting those efforts in, and eventually it'll hatch. And that's what I'm waiting for now, is to, when it hatches, uh, you know, um, of the lessons that I've learned thus far, is to continue going, continue creating, don't stop, and find ways to help express this feeling of pressure. I gotta say, it was really tough to express that, whatever what I was going through, money wise, but I do feel a lot better expressing this. So for thank you for listening, and you know, uh, I definitely appreciate it. You know, this is good therapy. Listen, this 140, I mean, this 365-day video journal has been so therapeutic to me. Um, it's just been really nice to be able to just talk about stuff, and you know, just to express myself, and not be judged in a way, or I mean, I've gone to a therapist before, several therapists, but you always have this, like, sort of, you know, sort of like answer you get when you're, like, expressing yourself, and sometimes you just don't need that. Sometimes I just feel like I just need to talk, and and I guess it doesn't really matter who's listening, right? It doesn't really matter who's listening. It's this feels good to me. It sort of feels private. I'm able to just, like I said, express myself and just let it go. Um, so yeah, wow, that really feels good. That really feels good. I feel a lot better. Um, cool. Thanks for listening, guys, folks. Um, I don't really have anything to add to this right now. I guess one of the benefits is to, as soon as you release something, if somebody has something valuable to say, that could always make the paradigm shift within my own mind, your mind, whatever. And I think that's one of the benefits of having good friends that really support and can help you see a different light, um, in a way. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a page, read a page out of something, um, and get encouraged, and get inspired. Um, that is it. Thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. Talk to you later, and let's win. It's gonna be awesome tomorrow. Thank you.